episode 3281, The Delicate Balance of Unconditional Love.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you ready? Guess what? It's Friday. You know what I really need to do is I really need to have like the audience and having clapping behind and all of this. Wouldn't that be fun? Yes. Well, because we should be celebrating. It's Friday. That means it's Confessions of an Upset Mama. Guess what? You're allowed to be upset today. Huh? Don't you feel better? Well, come on. It's the delicate balance of unconditional love. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. Well, I got to tell you, I am experiencing community this week and weekend because I am traveling right now. I'm actually in Florida. And can I tell you that my drive that normally takes like 14 hours took like 17 to 18 hours. Like I lost track. It was a long trip. Why? Well, because we got inches and inches and inches of snow. And then on top of that, we had a water pipe bust. Oh yes, more water issues in the house. Now we could spend all day on that alone, but I get that phone call yesterday morning after I barely had maybe 4 hours of sleep because I didn't arrive until very, very early on Thursday morning. I left on Wednesday. Anyway, long story short, it's been a little bit crazy. So I hope that your week is ending in an upside of things and you're ready to slide down and have some fun this weekend with your family. But as you know, lots of things are happening. So always make sure you stay tuned here on the podcast. Share the podcast out. If you find something that you like, that's the way we spread the news. Also, remember our TV show. We will be updating our website. We've got some things in the back side of things right now that you can't see. So some of that information, I don't want to say it's old, but it's been up for a while. I mean, come on, let's just be real. And you know what? Just as children grow, well, our websites grow too, and they need to change. So they're going from being like the toddler stage to, yeah, bring it on. It's the big teens. You better watch out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I appreciate you being a part of this journey and allowing me to be a part of your everyday. Well, as we dive in here, I just want you to think about this. What would happen if you decided that, you know what, I just really want my kids to be a kid for the rest of their life? Like, I don't want them to grow up. I just want to take care of them. Do you really want to have a kid on the couch for the rest of your life? Now, I want to lead with that because this is what we're talking about today. You know, there comes a point in every parent's journey where they realize that, well, their child needs both support and space to grow and thrive. It's that delicate balance of unconditional love, which requires careful navigation to nurture your child's independence. But most of the time, we're not walking around going, I know exactly what my child needs by the time they're 18 and when they leave. Now, I will say this, some of you are, but you're thinking more on the financial, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want them to have a good job. I want them to have a job that's actually going to exist. You know, I want them to be able to pay for a house, a decent house, whatever you picture for them. But think about a teenager preparing to embark on their journey to college, right? They exhibit a mix of excitement and nervousness, eager to spread their wings and explore the world beyond the comfort of their home. And as parents, it's our responsibility to guide them, to encourage them, to support their aspirations, while also allowing them the freedom to discover their own path, right? They need to make their mark in the world their way, not the way you think. And that's a hard balance to follow and to find, right? It's that balance beam effect. And it's like, okay, I know I need to love and support, but that unconditional part, it's like, no. It comes with conditions. It's called assumptions, expectations, and, oh, wait, I didn't get this when I was growing up, so I want to make sure my child gets it or sees it. And so all of a sudden, we are creating this montage or this kaleidoscope of expectations for our children. And that's actually doing them a disservice because we're not allowing them to grow and to be the person they are becoming. Right? We all go through stages of life. I'm old, right? I kick off over half a century now, and I'm still growing. And if you're not growing, well, we need to have a talk. But I'm serious about this because if parents would sit down, if you would sit down for just a moment and really think about, what am I giving to my children? Not monetarily, not the clothing on their back, not the roof over their head or the food in their tummy. What am I giving them beyond that? How am I stretching them? How am I allowing them to become who they are? And that's from literally the time of conception all the way through until they spread their wings and fly. And when we look at it, though, I mean, it truly can be downright frightening, right? For many of us as parents, because we're like, wait, I got to let them go on their own. Like, no. Most of us don't want to talk about the birds and the bees and the honey nut trees, let alone give them space and support all at the same time. It's like, I can't do that. I really do want to keep them under my roof, but I get it. It's a crazy one, right? So how can you let your children soar on wings like eagles without clipping their wings? I had a great walk yesterday. Got to go see some baby bald eagles high up in this huge nest. If you've ever seen them, if you haven't, go online. I'll try to drop a link in the show notes, or you can just come on over to createyournow.com, look up podcast. You'll see it right there. The latest one is always on the front at the very beginning, so you don't have to search far. But you could click on that link and watch some of the birds. Now, the birds we watched, I'm here with my mastermind in Florida, and they were free range, like they were doing their own thing. They don't have a camera in their nest, but it is truly amazing. And these eagles are like, I mean, they're gorgeous. And they mate for life, right? Eagles mate for life. They have one mate. They mate for life. And they grow their little eagles. And it takes like 4 to 5 years before they mature. And then they get out of the nest. But you know what? Sometimes they have to be kicked out of the nest. Sometimes mom and dad need to tear down the nest so they don't come back because they want it easy. And it would be great. I know. I mean, those dreams of, I just want to cuddle with them all the time. But also, I know you want them to be able to go and impact the world that they touch the way that they have been gifted to. But sometimes we get in the way as parents. I mean, come on, it's confession day. Just let it all hang out. And sometimes we can actually hold our own children back, or sometimes we push them in a direction that really they're not interested in, but it's because, we didn't get that opportunity. So maybe they need to have that opportunity, and we live vicariously through them. How can you let your children soar on wings like eagles without clipping their wings? I mean, because ultimately it would be great to have to worry about any of this. But if you don't think ahead, you're going to have that kid on your couch for the rest of your life. So how can you create a nurturing environment that truly fosters independence while still offering support? Well, you got to give them space and support. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Give them space and support. And no, it doesn't come easy because it requires you to think. You're going to be exhausted as a parent. There's just no other way around it. But let me tell you, it is the most rewarding experience in all of their stages of life. And as a mom who has had 5 kiddos, and I have had ups and downs and all arounds, and there are sometimes I'm like, are you serious? Like, I cannot do this anymore. This is driving me crazy. And I was like, nope. I get stretched some more, and I get stretched some more, and I get stretched some more. I grow as much as a woman, a mom, a daughter, a wife, as I do in growing them. And so sometimes I think we have to look at what we're doing as a parent from all perspectives. We've got to see it from our child's point of view. We've got to see it from, when I don't want them around anymore. Not that you're not going to want to, but you want them to go out and impact the world that they touch, right? That's a great way of saying it, a great way of thinking about it. They go off and they get to spread their wings. Great. They can earn an income. They can support a family. Fabulous. But then at the same time, you want to come to the present and you're like, I just want to captivate this particular point in time. Give them space and support. What does that look like in real life? How can you really do that? Now, this is not a one and done, right? This is going to ebb and flow all throughout until you're called home, when you no longer walk this earth. But listen here, what you do as a parent, it never stops. It's just how you frame things, how you present it. Mom, Dad, you will always be mom and dad. And quite frankly, who wants to give up that title anyway? Okay, I have to admit, I have wanted to give up that title once in a while because they just drive me crazy. But for the most part, no, I would not change it for the world. And I know you wouldn't either. Even the craziest, chaotic, tear-jerking, almost as if I've lost a limb, like literally, where you're like, yeah, I wouldn't change it for anything. So what does it look like in real life? Number one, build an open line of communication. Encouraging your child to express their thoughts, fears, and dreams creates a strong foundation for a healthy parent-child relationship, right? So listen without judgment and show them that their opinions and ideas are valued. Invite them into conversation. As Dr. Karen Koenig says, and she's a licensed psychotherapist, she says, by establishing open lines of communication, you ensure that your child feels comfortable coming to you for advice and guidance while also giving them the space to make their own choices. You want them to be able to come to you for anything. Yes, even the birds and the bees and the honey nut trees. You want them to come and say, Mom, what about this? And I'm here to tell you, I've had those conversations. Are they fun? Of course they're not fun, but it's part of life. It's part of growing up. And I'm telling you this, don't you want your child to come to you first before they go somewhere else, especially out there in this digital age? All right? Yeah. So build an open line of communication. Don't shut the doors or the windows. Your doors and windows should always be open to your children. Number two, set boundaries and give space. Now, while it's important to be present and involved in your child's life, it's equally crucial to give them the space they need to develop their independence. Allow them to make mistakes and learn from them. Yep, allow them to go to the top and fall down the mountain. And sometimes not even get to the top. It's all right. I promise you, they will get back up. You have. You made it through. So allow them to make those mistakes. And when you do, it stretches them. Paul Meyer says this, you must give up the life you planned in order to have the life that is waiting for you. Sometimes we plan way too much for our kids, thinking we're helping them. Sometimes we need to ask them and give them space to go and do. That's hard because sometimes we know that decision is really not right for them, but we know they have to learn it the hard way. It's truly about striking that balance between offering guidance and giving them room to explore their own passions and interests. Yes, it's hard, but it can be done. And finally, number three, encourage self-reliance. Encouraging your child to believe in themselves and their abilities is essential for building their confidence. Provide opportunities for them to take on responsibilities and make decisions, right? This develops their problem-solving skills and self-reliance. Yeah, believe it or not, we've got a lot of kids out there that, man, if I can't have it immediately, then I don't know what to do. You know, kids are graduating now from high school and college thinking I should walk into a 6-figure job. It doesn't work that way. It just does not. By empowering your child to trust their instincts and make choices, you equip them with the tools and confidence to succeed in life. So celebrate their achievements, celebrate their failures, big or small. Let them know that you believe in who they are becoming. right? Believe in your child regardless of the result. Let me say that again. Believe in your child regardless of the result. Unfortunately, a lot of times we as parents, we grade ourselves. Gosh, am I a good parent? Oh yeah, they're happy-go-lucky. They get everything they want and they want for nothing and it's fabulous. It's awesome. No, not really. Because what happens when they get that first door slammed in their face and they're told no? What happens? They've got to learn what to do. They've got to have that self-reliance. They've got to have that endurance. They've got to be able to have that confidence to say, you know what? It was just this is a no, next. And when you find that delicate balance of unconditional love, the cornerstone of parenting has been set. That is building a true relationship on a foundation that is unshakable. Right? It's about guiding. It's about loving. It's about grooming. And as parents, we must remember that our role evolves over time. It's going to shift from one side of the, spectrum to the other side. And every step becomes a pillar of support for your child as they navigate their own paths, not the paths you've set, right? It's a path they want. And that's really the key here. Now, yes, when they're real small and they need everything from you, it's one thing where you can say, okay, yes, you can try this and this, but not this. This is too much. But as they get older, they need to begin to make those decisions. They need to figure out what they want to be when they grow up. Not, oh, wait, Dad, you really want me to do this. Okay, I'm going to go do this. Now, if they really want to do that, that's great. But be careful where the pressure lies, right? It's that delicate balance of unconditional love. And it all comes when you give, guide, and groom. That's it. Give, guide, and groom. And I'm here to tell you, your child will soar on wings like eagles, and they'll fly the nest, and they'll be ready to impact the world that they touch. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed weekend. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.